So I'd like to introduce you to Traci. She's a client of ours here at Vyral Marketing in a very unique and small market of Alpine, Texas. And it's okay if you don't know where that is. Neither did I. It's way out in West Texas. Population of about 6,000 people. Is that right, Traci?
It is.
And if she wants to get to an airport, she has to go about 2.5 miles in a different direction to get there.
2.5 hours, yes.
2.5 miles. 2.5 hours to get to where you need to go fly out of. And years ago, she hired us because she wanted to do a better job of staying in touch with her database to get deals. And you are the broker. You have a unique arrangement. Why don't you share with the audience your arrangement of how your office works in little old Alpine, Texas?
My husband and I started the brokerage in 2016 in Boerne, Texas. And we bought this brokerage, Carpenter Real Estate. He's a third generation realtor out here in Alpine. We bought that 3 years ago. We have several offices over Texas, but this is one of them. And we were back and forth all the time, bought a house out here, loved it so much, we made the move.
Congratulations. 3 years ago?
We bought the house 3 years ago. We just moved here permanent in June, just a few months ago.
So take me back to your decision to do something pretty forward thinking in a small market. Whenever we speak, we always talk about the area that you live in is like kind of 30 years in the past.
It is.
You come for what it's worth. You do something pretty cutting edge in your area of getting on video and publishing videos. But you take me back to my first question of when did you know you needed or wanted a solution like Vyral to start getting on a video and sending out to everyone that you know to grow your business? Take me to that point when you realized there was a pain or a problem there and you were looking for a solution to solve that pain or problem, and Vyral was maybe one of your options.
So we all have strengths and weaknesses. And when you're running your own small business, it's very good to know what you're good at and what you're not. I'm good at talking to people. I'm good at connecting to people. I am lousy at producing videos and distributing them to my social media, doing vlogs and blogs and all those things. I just don't do it. I'm like, oh yeah, that's a great idea, but I didn't do it. And so
how did you hear about Vyral? How did our name come up of maybe a solution for that to solve that problem?
Years and years ago, you started out by doing letters to people. And my husband, Richmond, used you and had very, very good results with that. And he said, Frank has really expanded his business. You might look into them. And I liked what y'all offered. What I have discovered is that you offer way more than what it shows on your website because y'all are willing to work with me. When I say, I want to do a video that announces all the people I work with behind the scenes, y'all say, okay, do you need us to write a script or have you got that? Y'all are adaptable. When we moved from Boerne to Alpine, and I told Sean, I said, I'm going to work both markets. And they're 5 hours, a 5-hour drive away. He said, okay, how can we do that? And worked it, and we've got a game plan. And that's very valuable.
Thank you. Our number one value is proactive, of being able to see how we can adapt the system for you. I'm really glad to hear that. Thank you, Traci.
No, I appreciate it. I mean, we would just be going along and Sean would say, oh, by the way, we're going to do a podcast for you. Oh, by the way, we're going to add this.
Proactive.
Add that. It's always changing, and I love that.
So we round up your database, your Google contacts, your cell phone contacts, CRM contacts. We scrub them, we clean them, we get a reconnect email out, we get your video blog set up. You start getting you on Riverside with using your phone, which is actually what we're recording on now. If you happen to be wondering maybe why the quality looks good, is because this isn't a Zoom recording. We're using Riverside, and it records my footage right to the hard drive and Traci's footage to the hard drive, and then we can edit it. That's how you shoot your videos with us. Share with me some of the results that you're seeing by sending this out, by putting the Vyral plan in place with your database and building it and putting these videos out to the world, or at least your list. It's getting you business. How do you know that? How do you know the money's worth it?
Well, I always ask people, how did you get my number? Because you have to track it, right? You have to know what's working and what's not and adapt to it. And so many people have said, oh, I saw your video and it reminded me to call you. Or we looked up all your videos. And I think there's a factor of people seeing you and hearing you. Oh, okay, maybe she is trustworthy and maybe I can hire her. I think it just adds rapport pretty quickly with people. But I've had past clients call me. I've had new people call me. It just being out there in it helps so much.
Thank you. Well, you're doing a very nice job. What are some of the topics, if you can think back when, through our time of working together, that was really relevant? That got some conversation started. Can you think of some messages that worked really well for you?
The ones where you do a home valuation always work.
Yes.
People always want to know what their home is worth. But I've had good luck with ones also that talk about what you have to do to sell your home, like the steps and the processes. Where do you start? That's been a good one. And then the other thing I get a lot of really fun interaction with are the ones that are hyper local. Like we just filmed things to do in the fall in both the Hill Country and far west Texas out here in Alpine.
I'm asking ChatGPT right now, what are some good hyper-local video topics for a local real estate agent in Alpine, Texas? You ready for this? Let's have some fun. Yes. In Alpine, Texas, to send out to their contact list. You ready?
I'm ready.
Let's find out. Let's see. Alpine housing market update. Best neighborhoods in Alpine for families, retirees, first-time homebuyers. Ooh, I would actually watch this one. What does $300,000 get you in Alpine?
Yeah, that's a great one.
Yeah, I like that one. I'll click that. How interest rates are affecting buyers in Alpine. These are kind of general. They're not too specific. A day in the life. I would watch a day in the life of Alpine. Today I'm going to go to the post office. This is the one goal today.
Well, and going to the post office here is, people are like, oh, I don't know you. When did you move here? Why did you move here?
Sul Ross State University, how it shapes the community. Is that right?
Sul Ross is a great university, yes.
I would have no idea. The cost of living in Alpine versus other Texas towns. I'll send these all to you.
Thank you.
That sounds fun.
It.
Yeah. And you mentioned the home value. That's like the number one lead generation message we probably send out to your database on top of your videos to spike some response.
I think it is, because who doesn't want to know what their home is worth?
Especially when a realtor can factor in the unique features of it and give you a real price versus the one you see online.
Yeah. Yeah. And here in Texas, Zillow is not very accurate because Texas is a non-disclosure state. And so Zillow doesn't really know what homes sold for here in Texas.
I knew that, and I just remembered that. That's true. That's correct.
Yep.
Yeah. There's not very, how many, do you happen to know? I'm just curious how many non-disclosure states there are.
I don't know.
I don't know. I'll ask ChatGPT. It'll probably tell me right here. All right.
It probably would.
Yeah. I'll ask in a minute. Then you said how to prepare your home for sale. Like the steps to take to prepare your home for sale are really hot.
Yep, that's a good one because sometimes you're thinking about it and you just don't know where to start.
You know, Tracy, if you wanted to give some thought to maybe doing a seller workshop or a seminar, a webinar even, that'd be really advanced, not where you're at, a webinar. But there is demand for how to prepare your home for sale. And explaining those steps can really help generate some interest for you.
I did one in Bernie.
How'd it go?
It was a bust. It
How
was a
come?
holiday weekend. I think I chose poorly.
Yeah. You know, you usually have to go into a neighborhood and hire someone to call and text and email like a bunch of homeowners cold, saying, "Hey, I work for Traci Frasier, an experienced broker here in town. You know, we're doing an event up at the golf course, free dinner. Want to invite you. She asked me to extend you some free tickets. Here's all the details on Eventbrite. You can bring a +1, no charge, includes wine. Would you like a free ticket?" Yeah. So let's talk now a little bit about maybe the open and click reports that you get. So you brought us in. You want to get more business. We reconnected with your past clients in your sphere and your database. You started publishing videos like this. We'll put a link to your videos and your blog so you can see everything. And we give you names that opt into your web forms. We send out those direct offer plain text messages back to a landing page. Love those. And we also give you a list of the people arguably opening it, clicking through. Do you do anything with those?
You also add the phone numbers and emails to those lists.
If you have them,
So
yeah.
it's all right there for me. I am not good at doing those, but in my coaching call this morning with Sean, he said, "How good are you at that?" Which, by the way,
Yeah.
Sean is fantastic.
Isn't he?
And I said, "I'm not great at that." He said, "Well, we partnered with this new company and they will call. You can do a free
It's Vyral,
trial."
and it's a new division of Vyral. Yeah. But we're gonna call your database for you to book the appointments.
It's pretty exciting. I told Sean I would look into it. So he sent me a link to introduce me to Elizabeth. I haven't had time to do anything with it yet today, but
You know, I'm excited to say that. For 15 years, we always give you like, here's everyone watching your videos, call them. And for 15 years, I would always hear I didn't call them. Right. And with technology and phone systems, and in many cases, the acceptance and the appreciation of the talent, foreign, the cost, a lot of stars are aligning. Where now we can represent your brand really well, calling on your behalf to those people to see who's interested in talking to you and just book it right in your calendar link. We'll see what happens. I'll give you
I'm
250 free
excited.
calls.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're gonna
But
have somebody in the Philippines calling people in Alpine, Texas.
in Alpine, Texas, I, I mean, the other thing is it's just another good example of how y'all are like, is this where you need help? Let me come beside you and help you. It's been my experience with y'all.
I think that's really the case. I mean, you're out building the database, putting people in. What CRM do you use?
We use Bold Trail.
Okay, got it. That should be synced up with the Zapier integration. Maybe double check with Sean. So like anytime you
It
add or
is.
update a content, yeah, perfect.
It is. It used to be KV Core. Bold Trail's the new name for it. But yeah,
Yeah, so that's synced up. So whenever you add or update a contact, goes to us, and you're publishing your videos, and I'll give you even some more hyper local stuff that's working. But ultimately, you got to convert all that attention and all those clicks and engagements into some conversations, which you've been getting, by the way.
I have.
People call you and reach out to you.
They do. They do. And or they'll say, they'll call about selling their house, or every now and then they'll say, funny, you sent this email and I was just looking on Zillow and saw this house, and will you show it to me? So I've gotten both types of calls.
Do you have a Calendly link? Do you have a little online booking Calendly link?
So You're looking at the ADHD poster child, and having like a calendar to stick to is, again, not my strong point.
I'll tell you what. Let me share what we're going to do with you, or to help you. Next is, yeah, you're getting all these people watching your stuff. I can see you clicking the links, and not only that, you probably have a lot of people that know you, just generally in your database, regardless if they're watching your videos or not. At least know your name. But we're going to call them all, email them all, text them, voicemail, saying Traci asked me to call you, wanted me to pass along maybe our latest video she shot on the Fed just lowered at the time of this recording. The Federal Reserve just decided to lower interest rates. If you saw that all over the news, maybe here's your take on that. And would you like to schedule a complimentary buying or selling strategy call with Traci to plan your move? And they might reply back yes, and they'll just book the phone call appointment right in your calendar link. So go grab one. Go sign up for Calendly.com, and we'll put some people on your calendar. How's that sound?
Oh my gosh.
We can do it. We can really do it.
It sounds amazing.
Yeah, we can do it. Yep. So what's next for you? You're a happy client. Thank you. You're doing a very good job. Is there anything else you think that we could do better, or an area to improve upon that I can work on as the CEO to make sure I can even better meet your needs? What's next? What else would you like to optimize or work on with us?
The only thing I can think of, and this is just out there.
I love out there.
We've had agents having really good results with doing videos in front of a house and parts of a house. We have several that have bought drones to do this, and they use CapCut to cut it and put it all together. They're all young and know how to use all this equipment, and I so don't. And I don't know, like, that's what I'm looking into right now, is if I do some of those, could I hire someone to cut them?
Yeah, we'll do that for you for $25.
Really?
Yeah. Let me share with you, there's a couple ways to go about it. The hard way, the way I probably don't recommend, is you going out there with a drone, maybe you're selfing the shots yourself, or you have video guy or gal with you and you're doing it on site. That's typically what you think about doing. Let me give you a little bit easier way that's a little more scalable. I would just like you to sit down for a minute and write a 1-minute video script telling me about the house. Hi, let me show you about 123 Elm Street. Let's take you inside. Here's the kitchen. It's kind of like do a voiceover, so to speak, telling someone about the house, like right from your desk. And we call that the A roll, the letter A kind of film roll of the talking head explaining something. And you shoot that right with us during your video shoot. Then I would just go maybe ask one of your agents and just pay them a little bit of money, or anyone, to say, go out to the house, watch my video, and give me footage that I can cut to, that we can lay over as you're talking. And then we have the A roll of you talking that was shot at your desk. And then we have what's called the B roll, all the footage, all the pictures, the whatever that your person runner went out and got. Just send that to us, and we'll edit together into a nice little, maybe 1 minute, 90 second, depending upon the platform, trailer,
I like them short.
ad, promo. Yeah. And we'll put it together for $25. And that way you never have to leave your office. You can shoot video tours of all your listings. You don't have to go drive. I'm sure the drive times are pretty long where you're at for some of these houses. And you can send someone else out there to go get the visual evidence or the B-roll of the house.
I love that idea.
We have a client that does that. He lives overseas, and he picks neighborhoods, and he shoots a video about the neighborhood from Europe, and then has a runner on the ground that grabs footage, and then it's edited together, and now you have a town tour video where you don't even live there.
That is so cool.
So how's that sound?
It sounds amazing. There again, you just fixed a problem I was trying to grapple with.
Well, I probably saved you a lot of hassle. Like going out there and shooting it with someone or yourself has a lot of friction.
Mm-hmm.
This second strategy might help you out considerably.
It would. And I'm thinking of doing a video series of now I've moved to West Texas, things I wish I would have known.
Yeah, you should. You should. It'd be kind of funny if you kind of came up with like 8 things you wish you would have known. Video 1, video 2, video 3. I mean, right there, that could be. I gotta do math. 4 months of video topics. I had to take
Mhm.
8 divided by 2. You saw me do that. I'm embarrassed. Well, Traci, let's work on that. Sound good? And I want to say thank you for being a great client. Thank you for doing such a wonderful job. Thanks for letting me interview you. And if you're watching this, um, maybe you live in a small town and you're looking to get some help to get on video and to publish to your database, Vyral is here to help. Reach out. We're here. And maybe, Traci, could you sum up your experience in one final closing paragraph of how we're solving a very specific problem for you to get your result? How would you sum up your experience and your results with Vyral here at the end of the interview?
My experience would be that y'all are adaptable and you make it happen. And that's huge. But I'm seeing results. I'm getting phone calls. I'm getting deals. I'm getting business. It's good.
Thank you, Traci. I appreciate it.
Thank you for all you do.